Hi there, it's Dr. Janice Powis, integrative audiologist, meditation teacher, and creator of Mind Over Tinnitus. And I just have to say that I am just so excited to see meditation becoming more mainstream. So what I'd like to say is it turns out that the new path is an ancient one. Meditation is a thousands of year old practice, and people have been reaping the rewards for that long, and especially in the Western side, we have been, experimenting or actually meditating for the past several decades, some of us more than others. But it's just so promising to see how weaving in meditation and mindfulness practices are so effective as part of an integrative approach, and particularly with tinnitus. So 50 million people have tinnitus in the United States. And of those 50 million, about 16 or 17 million are bothered enough by it to have it checked out by their doctor. And of those, 2 or 3 million are just completely debilitated by it. And so when you think about those numbers, why is that? What's going on here? Why is it that there's a portion of the population who have tinnitus that aren't being debilitated or bothered by it? Well, it's because it's a cycle that's going on here. And there has been some reinforcement to this cycle in the nervous system. I have talked about root cause before, and if you haven't seen that video, it's worth a look. So the root cause of the tinnitus is what causes the tinnitus. So for example, that can be hearing loss, that can be medication, that can be some kind of disease or illness that's going on, chronic disease or illness that's going on in the body. It causes the tinnitus, right? And then you notice it. There's tinnitus present in your awareness, you're noticing it, and it may start to bother you. And then it goes from you're being bothered by it to suffering from it. And when you're suffering from it, it loops into habits that reinforce it, whether it's thought patterns or just health habits that aren't necessarily serving you, feeds the root cause. And you're noticing it, you're more than bothered by it, you're suffering. So it goes on and on and on. So when that's going on, the nervous system has perceived your tinnitus as a threat. And our nervous system is wonderful. It protects us, but sometimes that loop is created and it just goes on and on. And meditation is one of those things that can start to help to break that pattern. This is why it's so powerful. Meditation and mindfulness can start to break that pattern of the tinnitus suffering cycle. And meditation is the foundation of the Mind Over Tinnitus method. And it's one aspect, because something that I want those who are learning about this particular way of getting relief from tinnitus is that's the foundation. We've got to break that cycle of the tinnitus suffering, and we're going to start with meditation and mindfulness practices. We've also got to address that root cause, and the root cause is different for everyone. That's why one method of treatment doesn't necessarily translate to working for someone else, because root cause varies between individuals. And, oftentimes inflammation in our body due to, and you're seeing where I'm going with this, all of this is kind of it's all coming together and feeding each other, right? Inflammation in the body due to either the types of foods you're eating or beverages you're consuming or habits that you've created will continue to feed all of that. So when you start to calm, or the nervous system start to interrupt or disrupt that cycle, and you start to calm down the inflammation through healthy practices like feeding yourself well, those kinds of things, those are just so effective in starting to create healing from your tinnitus. And another aspect of that as well is having support. Once you know how to become your own health advocate, you will know how to get the support that you so need, so that the habits that you create with your meditation and mindfulness and what you're eating and how you're moving, when you've got that support going on, when you've got your allies in place, that's what's going to help keep it sustainable. So if any of this resonates with you, please feel free to comment, or if you have any questions at all, or if you know anyone who would benefit from this, please share it.